Today on Unsolved Florida, we have the third case in this three-part series. Our third victim's name is Roxanne Martin, who was 37 years old at the time of her disappearance. If you guys haven't seen the first two videos, you can click on my username and watch them. They are my most recent uploads. So the victim in this case is a little bit different because she is the only female of the three, and she's also quite a bit older than the other two. So let's learn a little bit more about Roxanne. She was born April 19th, 1954, and was currently employed at Anything Plastics in Winter Park, Florida. On May 4th, 1991, Roxanne went to the Fairbanks Inn around 6 o'clock in the evening. Witnesses said she spent several hours playing pool with a man who introduced himself as Randy, but other witnesses came forward and said he introduced himself as David. So it's not clear what this man's name actually was, but it definitely appeared he was not a local or a regular at the Fairbanks Inn. Witnesses at the bar described him as a white man, approximately 40 to 45, wearing black cowboy hat and boots with a large oval belt buckle and a thick belt. They also said he was very tall, well over 6 feet and about 200 pounds. He had graying brown hair and a beard and a mustache. He also had a tattoo on his arm, a clearly broken nose, and decayed and many missing teeth. All of this information comes from people who were at the Fairbanks Inn that night, and it's actually very detailed. Although we don't know what his tattoo is, I'm pretty sure people would be able to identify it if the police did find a suspect. We also know that he wore an armadillo stick pin in the back of his cowboy hat. Police were able to take the information from the witnesses and create a composite sketch of what he looked like in 1991. Obviously, this photo has been posted around many times and the quality is not great, so I do apologize for that. Around 9:30 p.m., Roxanne left the bar with this man. She left her vehicle in the parking lot and climbed into the back of his 1988 Kenworth tractor-trailer semi with a sleeper cab and a wind spoiler and a silver or white trailer. She has never been seen again. At the time of her disappearance, Roxanne was a white female, approximately 5'4" and 170 pounds. She had short brown auburn hair and brown eyes. She also wore prescription glasses like this photo and lived in Orlando, Florida. Roxanne frequented the FBI. The bar owner even gave an interview stating that she wasn't the type of person to run away, she had a lot of friends, and she would never leave without telling someone. In this same news article, a spokesman for the sheriff's department said that they are investigating the disappearance as a serious missing persons case, but would not comment whether they believed foul play was involved. Roxanne was reported missing by her friend Judy after she failed to show up for work the following Monday. Her father, Gene, said she was a very responsible person, took her work and life very seriously. All of her bills were paid. She maintained her money very well. She was 37 and single and lived on her own. Her bank accounts and credit cards were never used after May 4th when she was last seen. Roxanne would be 65 years old today. It has been noted that Roxanne did have a history of alcohol substance abuse, but her family believes she was met with foul play because it's uncharacteristic of her to leave without warning, and she left behind all of her belongings and her car. Police also believe that foul play was involved in her case, and her disappearance remains unsolved. If you know anything about Roxanne's case, please call the Orange County Sheriff's Office at 407-836-4357. I'd love to know what you guys think of these three cases. Dwayne was murdered after leaving the FBI. Stewart was seen walking away from the FBI. And now Roxanne, who left with a man and has never been seen again. Although we know who was most likely responsible for Dwayne's murder, this guy right here, Stewart's case has no persons of interest, and the police have zero leads and zero motive. The married couple theory really doesn't have a lot. And then Roxanne was last seen leaving with this gentleman, which she completely did of her own will. To me, the cases don't sound related at all, but what are the chances that 3 disappearances and most likely murders in under 3 years from the same location? All 3 people were last seen at this small bar and venue. Please let me know in the comments what you think. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.